Farmington went 7-4 last year, and despite graduating 17 senior starters from that team, there's a quiet confidence that the Knights could be even better this year. The Knights start their triple option offense with precocious fullback Casey McLean, who closed in on a 1,000-yard season as a freshman. Coach Erik Kruppe says McLean's youth belies his talent.
He's been the most productive freshman we've had in my time here. Talking back with assistants that were on the staff before I got here, it's probably since Roper Garrett, somebody that as a freshman has made such an impact. He's an all-conference kid as a running back, very explosive, very fast. He's also developing as one of the vocal leaders, even at his young age. And so the fact that we've got 3 more years with him, we're very excited about that because he's an explosive football player.
McLean will move from linebacker to end on the defensive side of the ball this year. The player who will be handing him the ball is another sophomore, Brett Dry, who will take over for All-State athlete Drew Felker as the signal caller. Kruppe calls Dry his most improved player.
I can tell you this, he really is one person that blossomed over the offseason. You could see in the weight room his strength levels just kept getting stronger and stronger. He's one of the fastest, if not the fastest kid that we have. When we timed people back in May, his body has really physically matured. He does a really good job of reading the option, which is one thing that we noticed even as a freshman. You can see that during practice that he understands what we need from that position, and he makes correct decisions, and he does throw the ball pretty well as well.
Farmington will look to yet another sophomore, Jackson McDowell, to run one of their wing spots, along with Damian Cabrera and Braden Berry. Senior offensive lineman and linebacker Josh Wyatt likes the guys he'll be blocking for.
I'm Casey McLean, fullback, Brett Dry, quarterback, Gabe, one of the wings, and then Damian Cabrera. I think we'll be pretty good on offense as long as we pick up those blocks and stuff. I mean, they know how to run the ball, so we'll be pretty good. We'll be pretty good there.
Josh is setting the bar high for his senior year.
I mean, I'd like for us to go undefeated, but I mean, just finish well above 500 at least. Go far into districts. I want to see us improve a lot from the beginning to the end. That's really what it's all about.
As with any option offense, it goes as far as its line will take it. And Coach Kruppe thinks they have an athletic front.
Bryce Cathcart's a returning starter. Gage O'Harbor's a kid that does everything that you ask him to do and does everything correctly. Corey Crawford's a sophomore that had an injury last year that really prevented him from seeing action on the field, but he's somebody that's got the ability that we're looking for. Tyler Clanton's a senior that we're expecting some reps from. And then we've got a couple move-ins in Luke Berkner and Aiden Saunders that have good frames on them and have done a really good job this summer. And then Josh Wyatt's also, talked about him before as a linebacker, but he's also an offensive tackle for us, and he's got that length and quickness we look for at that position.
The Knights allowed only 27 points per game last season during a rugged schedule. It's a system that relies on strong play from its safeties. Returning starter Gabe Giuliani tells us why.
Well, our safeties are like force defenders, so everything is designed to where they bounce it out to the safeties, and then the safety is the first guy to push it back in. There's a corner there too, just in case the safety can't do it, but it's designed for the safety to either make the tackle or bounce it back.
Gabe also likes the guys in front of him.
Josh Wyatt, he's definitely doing well. He's a big guy at the linebacker position, and sometimes it's hard to see the D line, but I think Casey McLean is doing well on the D end, and then our corners, Braden Berry, he's playing corner for us, and he seems to be doing pretty good.
Giuliani will also play wide receiver and wing on the offensive side. Farmington scored only 1 more point per game than the opposition last year, which makes special teams an important asset for the Knights. Erik Kruppe has produced consistent winning football teams with a formula of run the ball, run the clock, don't turn it over, play strong defense, and make a difference on special teams. The coach feels good about that third phase, but it's still in development.
Well, we're going to have to find new kickers, both punter and kicker-wise, because Jake Bishop, Brady Cook, who did that job for us last year, they're both seniors and they've graduated out. But as we've gone through some specialist periods here during the course of July, not that we've settled on anybody yet, but at the same point in time, we've seen multiple people that we think can give us what we need, and so. it'll sort itself out as we get into August. But I'd like to think that we're going to find some people that can continue on that tradition of having good specialists. And then we've got some athletic bodies, the Braden Berries, Casey McLean's of the world, Brett Dries that can help us in the return game.
Farmington has enjoyed quality facilities for a number of years, but this season, the Knights also get to utilize an indoor facility.
We're very blessed that we've got a school district that values its student athletes and understands, that you need to have things to be successful, and we've got a community that is very supportive as well, and that's allowed us to be able to build some things that most high schools don't have. And ultimately we've got a new indoor facility, and it goes beyond just athletics because the band uses it. We use it for physical education classes along with all sports. So it's something that is not just athletically related. Obviously we're going to use it when we need to, and we're blessed to have it, but it goes beyond athletics and into your other extracurriculars and even your classes during the course of the school year.
Farmington looks for payback in Week 1 at North County. The Raiders bested the Knights twice en route to the state semifinals last year. Then the Knights host Potosi in a rematch that came down to the last play a season ago. Jackson, Sykeston, Cape Central, and Poplar Bluff comprise the SEMO North Conference schedule, with a Saturday trip to the newly formed TDW Prep Academy in St. Louis sandwiched in Week 5. Then it's at home against Festus and at Park Hills Central to close the regular season. As always, you can listen to Farmington Night Football all season long on AM 800 KREI. Start every football Friday night with the Fleets Equipment pregame show at 6 o'clock on KREI, AM 1400 KJEF, J98, and MyMoInfo.com. And wrap up your week of high school football with the Patsy's Furniture End Zone Show. I'm Chad Speaker with Regional Radio Sports.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,